Alright, this video is on the next step in bonding, which is the geometry of the molecules. I will be able to understand the shape of the molecules based on the number of paired electrons. We will take notes, create a foldable, discuss with our partners, and work on a project. So the rules for showing covalent bonds. Why is carbon in the center? Alright, carbon is in the center because it has the fewest atoms. 1 dash will equal how many electrons? Alright, 2. Alright, like we discussed before, every time there's a dash, there's going to be 2 electrons. So they can only bond in the areas where there is an unpaired electron. So the shape that a covalently bonded substance will take is referred to as its molecular geometry. The shape is determined by the central atom and the number of shared and unshared electron pairs around the atom. Electron pairs around the central atom will spread out as far as possible to minimize the repulsive forces. This gives bond angles depending on the shape. So our first one, if we have two electron pairs, the number of shared pairs is 2. The number of unshared pairs is 0, and this will give us a linear shape. If you notice, we have the 2 outsides and the 1 central atom, and the bond angles are 180 degrees. Our next one, if we have 3 that are paired, so that's 3 shared, 0 unshared, this is called trigonal planar. Alright, and each bond angle will be 120 degrees. Okay, and it's planar, that means it's flat. It's not going to be like a pyramid. Now, if we have 4 shared pairs, 0 unshared pairs, this becomes tetrahedral and more 3D shaped, where we have 1 on top and 3 on the bottom as a base. And the bond angles become 109.5 degrees. Now, when we have 4 electron pairs, but 3 are shared and 1 is unshared, this becomes trigonal pyramidal. So it's kind of like the last one, except we have 1 unshared pair that we're not bonding with the other thing. So the actual angles here are 107.3 degrees. And if you notice, it just has the big one on top with 3 on the bottom. So now again, if we have 4 pairs, 2 shared, 2 unshared, this is called bent. Okay, so this is when we have something that's more full, alright, but again, it's still just 1 and it has 2 hanging from it, so 104.5 degrees is each bond angle. Okay, so these are the ones that we had. Let me move that down. Alright, we have linear, trigonal planar, tetrahedral, trigonal pyramidal, and bent. Okay, so those are 5. Those are the only 5 that we have. Alright, so we will create a foldable on this so you can remember it, and we'll add this to some other things. But that's basically it for this one.